What up, everyone? Today we're going to be working on how to jab going left and right on the bag. Also, I'll be teaching as a right-handed and as a southpaw. There's subtle differences from when you're jabbing on the bag to the ladder or ladder to the bag. Little small changes and adjustment that we have to make, but I'll show you as in this video. So make sure you watch the whole thing to understand the differences there is. So before we get into stepping with the punches, guys, I don't know why, but I've noticed when we teach people the jab on the ladder, we always tell them to twist. But the moment they get gloves on and start hitting a bag, the technique goes off. So let me break down the technique first before we start punching and stepping. And then once I show you guys this, then I'll show you how to step and punch. But remember, when you jab, my hand's here facing my opponent, it comes out and twists. You hit with your first two knuckles, you're coming out twisting, hitting with that jab every time. When I see people, when we put the gloves on them, they start jabbing straight ahead like this, or they'll do this. If you notice, look at my glove. Look at how I punch. It's not that twist at the end that you need. So don't leave it here. Twist all the way. So I'm here. And the reason you add that twist is because it helps you get through the gloves. And then at the end, you add that little snap to have a little power. Right there, every time when you jab, boom, straight ahead. Another thing you gotta concentrate on is don't act like you're fighting someone your height. So see, I'm right here, I'm jabbing up here, someone my height. A lot of people, when they start punching, they like to punch down, fighting little people. Don't fight someone your height. When you're first starting off, here, eventually we'll teach you how to fight someone taller, shorter, make those adjustments, but basic, always fighting someone your height. So jab, twist, fully extend, fully extend and twist. Okay? So it's just those simple things keep in mind when you're jabbing with the gloves. Okay? When we were doing the ladder, guys, I was showing you how to jab and step to your left. You would jab, take a step with your left foot, bring your hand back. You see, it's good because it was teaching you how to cut someone off. But what if your opponent is not moving? See, that's what I was talking about last week. There's small little changes. That's what we gotta make here. What if my opponent, this bag is my opponent? What if he's standing right there in front of me, doesn't want to move? This is where we make small little subtle changes. So I'm gonna jab. As I jab, I'm gonna take a step forward to the left. Now here's where the change comes. When I bring my hand back, I'm gonna turn my body just a little and step with my right leg. So I'm here. You saw that? Step. I'm making sure my back shoulder stays behind me. Okay? Here. Step. Step. Now, if you didn't catch it, don't worry. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If I jab and don't make that step, do you start noticing a pattern? Notice how I'm becoming squared up, that slowly my shoulders pointing forward. Yes, I'm moving. Yes, I'm getting the angle. But look at how my body is compared to here. That's why I make that small little turn with my right side of my body to keep me loaded, this right hand loaded when we finally shoot it. But that's in the future. And it keeps me not being squared up. See how there's less to hit. Less to hit doing that. That's why I make a small turn. I don't want to do this big turn. When I tell people to do this small turn, they exaggerate it. So they'll be here. No, just a small, real subtle. It doesn't have to be this big. You don't have to throw your shoulder back. That's another mistake I see. People want to throw themselves back. No, it's just you're turning your body. So I'm here. I bring this hand back. It's a small, subtle turn. Small, subtle turn. That's all I'm doing. It's just that small little turn to make sure I'm not squared up. That's a key thing in keeping your eyes on. When you're doing this, remember, he's standing right there. So me jabbing like this is not gonna work. If he was moving, yes, this would be a good move like we were demonstrating on the ladder. But now my opponent's standing still. So I have to make the necessary adjustments, and that's turning this shoulder back so I don't get caught with nothing by being squared up, and I can still have leverage when I eventually throw this right hand. So those are just some little things to keep an eye on when you're jabbing to the left. Okay? So the same thing goes for stepping to our right, guys. If I'm here, this is perfect if the person's moving. But my opponent's not moving, he's staying right here. So there's small little changes that we need to make. We're gonna jab, take a step with my right leg to the right. Bring my hand back, step with the left. To the right, to the left. To the right. But you notice I'm doing a small little turn as well. It's kind of the same concept of what I was showing you. Did you pick up on that? So if you didn't, let me demonstrate. So when I turn, so I'll jab step to my right. Now, I'll bring my hand back and it's a small subtle turn where I'm still facing him. Here, here. At all times, I'm making sure I'm staying in front of him. If you still don't notice the turn I'm doing, let me show you when I do it wrong. So I'm here, I'm jab step, bring my hand back. Are you noticing now how I'm squaring up? Here, jab step, bring my hand small. Small step. Seeing the difference, how I'm staying in my stance? I'm not squaring up when I do it. So, when you do it, make sure, here, I'm not here trying to turn. Okay? And another reason I want to turn, because I don't want to just keep stepping. See how I'm starting to give him my back, my opponent my back. That's not a good sign. They can hit me in the back of the head. That's a very dangerous spot. And they won't get in trouble. I'll get in trouble because I'm turning. But also, here, even though I'm stepping to my right, see how I'm starting to get away? Even though I'm doing the proper steps, you see how I'm getting away from him? That's why I want to make sure I'm turning just a little bit, that front side facing this way, facing my opponent. Here, I'm making sure it's just that little subtle turn. See, I'm stepping here. As I bring the hand back, I'm just making sure I'm still facing him, just like that. So all it is just those little turns, just like I said, making sure that I'm not pulling back like this. I'm not squaring up. I'm not here going away from my opponent, or I'm not turning away by here. See what I'm saying? Like how I'm doing the steps, but I'm turning away from him. That's why it's here, small step with that, with my left side when I'm going to my right. It will feel awkward when you're doing it, even when you're doing it right. It will feel awkward. It's just because you're not naturally, you're just gonna feel more comfortable going, jabbing to your left. It's just, that's the natural majority, I wouldn't say 95% of people that are right-handed, it will feel natural going to the left. It's gonna feel awkward going to the right. So if you're doing it, you're like, I'm doing all the steps right, why does it feel awkward? It's just something we're not comfortable doing. Trust me, it took me a long time to get comfortable jabbing to the right. So if you feel awkward, don't be stressed now. It's just something you gotta get used to, stepping wise to the right. So don't get mad, angry or anything. Just keep doing it till you feel comfortable doing it. So once you guys get comfortable with that, practice both ways. Practice jabbing, stepping to your left. Once I get to the edge, you see how when I say edge, I'm talking about, see how the poles are on my way? I just start going to the right. Boom. Just practice, letting it flow, no pausing. You see how I'm here? As soon as my hand comes back, I'm ready to move, I'm ready to go. I'm not going too fast, I'm just getting a good rhythm. If you feel like this is still too fast for you guys, take your time, slow it down even more. Take your time where you're here. Jab, step, reset. Jab, step. Making sure I'm in proper technique, proper form. I'm turning, I'm extending, I'm making sure I'm twisting on my punch. Same thing when I go to the right. If you have to slow it down a lot more going to the right to get comfortable, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Go ahead and slow it down. But once you guys get comfortable with it, you can start picking up the pace and the flow. When I say flow, you just see like this. This is what I'm talking about. I'm not going too fast, but you see how I'm going? I got a nice flow where I just keep it in motion. I can talk and still do it. Demonstrate for you guys. See, it's the same thing. where it feels comfortable. Then once you get that, then you can pick up the speed and go, boom, here, fast, boom, reset, and go the other way, boom. See? Just make sure when you guys are stepping and punching, one more thing before I forget, don't try to stomp, guys, or don't try to go, like when you, especially when you start going faster and harder, don't try to put so much energy. Still stay light on your feet to help you get around the bag. Remember, my opponent's in front of me, he's not moving. I need to stay light on these feet so I can get around them. Same thing going to the right. And this is where a lot of people will try to go faster and stomp down because it's so awkward. Just stay relaxed. Keep the feet loose, relax. You gotta shake them out, shake them out. You gotta bend, constantly bend like that. That's fine. Boom, right here. Boom. See? Just little stuff, staying relaxed like that. Those are some things. Once you start getting the confidence, getting the feel for it, keep an eye on those things. No stomping, no crossing your feet. I'm sorry, I didn't demonstrate. Don't cross your feet like that when you're punching. Everything stays in the proper stance. Don't overcommit on your pivots, going either way. Just some things to keep an eye out, okay? Once you got that, then you're good to go. Southpaws, you're up next. All right, Southpaws, now we're gonna work on jabbing to our right. It's your turn. So remember, I told you going to the right, jab, step. You literally just step into the right. Good against someone that moves. Well, our opponent's not moving. He's standing right there in front of us. So how do we make the adjustments? Here, I'm gonna jab, take a step with my right foot, forward and to the right. Bring my hand back, I step with the left foot. Jab, step, bring the hand back, step. Now, if you notice, I'm doing a small turn with the left side of my body. The jab, step, and I do a small subtle turn to keep my left side loaded to shoot that left hand when we start adding that. If you don't notice it, this is how it would look if I wasn't turning. Here. You can see I'm squared up just a little bit. Not as much, but there's still me being squared up. You don't want to settle for, oh, I'm a little. No, you want to be just right. So here, I have to turn just a little bit. Okay? Just a little bit, keeping that left hand hidden out of view. I don't want to overcommit where I'm here, jab, step, pulling myself back. I'm off balance. Then when I try to pivot, I feel awkward. I'm not in a great position. Feet are off, can't generate the same power. So none of this. Don't pull yourself back. It lets me know too, lets my opponent know, I should say, that I'm looking for something. If I'm constantly pulling back like that, I'm letting them know. Don't do that. Stay here. Step. Bring the hand back. As you're stepping, that small little turn is your big difference maker. Here, that small little shift. Small little shift right there. Okay? Same thing with you too, guys. Southpaws, before I forget. When you throw on your gloves, nothing changes from the technique we showed you guys on the ladder. Come out and twist it. Hit with these two knuckles, your front two knuckles. I don't want you guys getting the habit of here or here. Punching like that. I need to be turning that fist every time I punch. Turn it over. Like that. A lot of people I notice when they get the gloves, they get excited, start punching like that. Here, or they'll punch with this. Side note, my chiropractor calls that a barroom fracture. Because they say boxer fracture are your first two knuckles, calls them barroom fractures. Because he says boxers know how to punch, they punch with the front two knuckles. He says barroom, you get drunk, you just start swinging anything, he says you fracture those two. So you're a boxer now. Think like a boxer, act like a boxer. I'm hitting every time I punch, twisting, bringing the hand back. Twisting every time I punch. Even if it's not hard, I still ingrain that technique in there. So that's just some little things I want you guys to think about and concentrate and focus on when you're practicing going to your right. Now let's work on going to the left. All right, guys, now we're gonna work on jabbing to the left. So when we're jabbing to the left, the jab, take a step with my left foot. Bring my hand back, step with the right foot. jab, step, bring the hand back, step. Okay? So if you notice, it's the same thing. I do a small angle change here when I go to my left. Okay? If you guys didn't catch it, it's this. I'll jab, step. When I bring that hand back, I'm just shifting just enough. My shoulders. It's not where it's getting squared up. It's just here, just enough where I'm facing him, making my opponent turn to me, and I'm in position where I can shoot that right hand right away. You want to keep an eye out, guys, is don't over commit on your turns. So remember, it's a small, subtle turn right here. I don't want to get it to where I'm here like this. See how I'm saying? Look at how I'm squaring up, leaving myself open, and I'm letting my opponent know that I may potentially be looking for this left hand if I'm constantly turning myself. That's why I say it's a small, subtle turn. Here, jab, step, bring the hand back. You see how it just literally, and it mostly comes like, you notice that turn is mostly coming from me pivoting. Step, bring the hand back, watch my back foot. You'll notice that's where I'm doing my turn, is helping me make sure my hips are in position to shoot that left hand. So that's another thing to help you understand. It's like, I really don't need to do mostly upper body work. It's mostly coming from my left side that helps make the shoulders, everything nice, easy, and subtle as I do it. I don't have to be here turning my shoulders. The only time I'm going to turn my shoulders like that is if I'm throwing that left hand right away. Other than that, I don't need to concentrate too much on that turn. Just a small, subtle turn. Just this little bit is all I need. And then I'm in position to shoot that left hand, but don't shoot the left hand just yet. I'm just demonstrating how it's going to benefit us down the line, and understanding why I'm having you drill specifically like this and how this is going to help you out down the road. So once you guys get that, going to the left, then mix it all together. Mix going to left and right. And let me show you how it looks going both ways. Guys, so now when we're going to our left and right, just practice getting that southern small rhythm, getting everything in flow. Jab, step, bring the hand back, that small turn. See, just let it flow. Like, I'm not going fast, I'm just letting it flow. Everything complements each other. It's just right here. Good speed, good technique. Get this. Get the feel for this. Here. Now, if you feel like this is too fast, too much for you, slow it down. Take your time. Step, bring your hand back, step. Boom. Staying light on your feet, fully extending your punches. Once you feel like you get it, pick up the pace just a tad. See how I pause for a second? Pause for like 2 seconds, then I'll go. Shorten it up, go for 1 second. So 1. See? Then that'll help you get the rhythm and understanding of how your body should move. And then you'll slowly start understanding how boxers are able to make such quick adjustments with very little time. Also, another thing, Southpaws, this is going to be your natural, 95% of you Southpaws, your natural ways you're going to feel the most comfortable, which is the most beneficial for you guys, is jabbing to the right against a right-handed fighter. But it's going to feel more natural jabbing this way to your right. It's going to feel awkward for majority Southpaws jabbing to the left. It's going to feel awkward jabbing and doing this small turn. Especially against a right-handed fighter, it's not the natural way you would want to move. But you still got to learn it. Take your time. Stepping to the left, bringing the hand back in position with the foot. Just right here. Just practice that. Same thing. You can pick up the pace a little bit. And if you feel like you're uncomfortable with going to the left, give it 2 seconds. So 1, 2, boom. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So the moment I say 2, I'm just saying 2 seconds. Because once you get that rhythm 2 seconds, then you can shorten it down to 1. So I'm here. 1. See? how I start picking up the pace a little bit more. One, see? And then eventually you'll get to a point where you can take that 1 second and just be here. Boom. As soon as my hand comes back, I'm already shooting. See? Just some little tricks to help you guys understand how moving and how you can get more fluid with your punches and everything. So I hope you guys enjoy that. So that's how to move left and right as a southpaw. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. That's some just small little tips and tricks and things to help you be aware of how to jab left and right as a right-handed fighter and how to jab left and right as a southpaw. Next week I'll be demonstrating how to throw a cross going left and right, how now we implement those small little things I was telling you about, turning your shoulders and step in, make sure you're not squared up. Now you'll see how that affects when we throw the cross. So stay tuned for next week. Those are just some little tips, but until next time guys, this is Castigador. I'm checking out. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share with everyone. See ya.